YouTube. I'm going live here. It's 1:41 in the morning. I haven't done one of these in a while. Um, they used to let you do them all the time back in the day, and then they made you have an audience of like 1,000, and I don't have an audience of 1,000. But I tried it today, and look, I'm live. So it's early morning. You've probably seen our videos. If you go all the way back to like 2017 on here. Um, I used to do tons of car washing. I had crews that just did car washing. And then we raised our rates a little bit, and it's one of those industries that's just undercut, bam, bam, bam. We probably lost like I don't know, 80, 75% of our accounts. That's when we went over to soft washing. Kind of hit us hard, but now you're talking like 7 years later, 6, 7 years later. We hardly do. Well, I've been doing a lot of more car washing this year, and the ones that stuck with us over those years, we kind of came in and out of that industry. We'd wash a bunch of cars and kind of get out. Last year, we got out of it a lot. A lot of the dealerships that really liked us, we had a good value with them. They called us back. We gave them a price which was about triple than everyone else, but they liked our value. They knew when they had us, they wanted weekly. We were their weekly. If it was going to rain, I'd send them a quick text. Hey, you want us out? They say no, or you just know not to go. The other companies would come and go. Then a lot of times when it's about to rain, they'll come and wash, and then it rains all day. So that's not what you want to do with the car washing the cars. We're just doing a spot free rents on them. So it's a weird kind of an industry. You got to know when you can and can't get out of there. A lot of times in my dealerships, a lot of the ones that we do every other week, I text every single one of them. We got one that we do twice a week. That's one I'm actually going to right now. So we do that one twice a week. Um, that's a great lot. If it's not going to rain the same day, they're like, just wash. They'll text me not to. If I'm like sketchy about it, I'm like, I don't know. Then I'll text them. But they're like, yeah, just come out. Just come on out, Rick. So that's what we'll do. I'm gonna buckle up here. I'm sitting at the shop here right now. We just loaded up. Got the trailer, checked it. The guys will be in around 7 a.m. They'll go out for their soft washing. I do all the car washing. Um, so, can you flip it? Oh yeah, you can. Cool, cool. So I'll flip it around. Don't worry. This is this truck is kind of dirty. This is our power washing truck. Then next year it's going to turn into our soft washing truck. We're getting a second skid for that. But here, this is what I want really. I don't know, is this considered an unboxing? Who knows, right? We got these heated gloves from Amazon. And I was looking at a cheap pair because these are mainly for my car washing. And I wanted some that are really thin so I can put my gloves over these. So these are real thin, so if I put a glove over them, it's not going to be too thick where I can't hold the wand when I'm spraying. It's a little kind of a snub nose. The lance is probably only about like a foot and a half long, 20, maybe, yeah, 20, maybe 2 feet. I don't know. But we keep it short so we can get in between the cars. We put the battery pack in here. I haven't used them, but I did try it on. I did try it. So the batteries came surprisingly fully charged. I have not charged the battery, so if I get out there, but it's 42 degrees. It's 42 degrees at what? 145, so it's going to drop probably in the 30s by 6 o'clock this morning. But yeah, a little battery came charged. I just put it in here. I don't know if I like it on the wrist side here, but for like 35 bucks, if these last like, I'm not talking weeks, but a couple washes, I might be fine with that. Like if I can get a couple weeks out of these, because this wash, when I wash it by myself, it's a 7 to 8 hour wash. Because with the birds will come in and just destroy. The birds will come in and destroy these cars. And this slot, it looked last when I washed it last Wednesday or Tuesday morning. Um, I thought it was like, oh, these cars aren't that dirty, and the dew kind of gets on the top of the cars, and as you're washing it early morning, you can't tell, but you can't tell how dirty they are. On the white ones, you can see the water turns like a real dark brown, blackish, and you can kind of tell. But when they dry, you see that how thick that dust layer is. And when they were starting to dry, like when the sun came up and the dew was drying on the cars, I saw how dirty they were. They were really dirty. And I'm like, dude, I was here like 3 days ago. So this slot is on the corner. It's totally needs it three times. I wish three. I try to get them for three, and they're like whatever. But no, twice a week. So we're here. But yeah, these gloves, I think they're going to be great. We're trying them out. I'm gonna try them out today, so I'll post on here again. I'll see how these lives go. It's just kind of random. I'm talking random here. But no, so we're doing that. And this is a cool, these are $35. Oh, that's my ugly face there. Get out of there. There we go. These are $35, maybe more, I can't remember. But I like, refer to the manual. I'm reading this as we're going through it. This box, I thought this actual box was pretty nice. I used to watch a lot of these. I actually watched a couple unboxing videos for these gloves just to kind of see what I was getting. And I don't know if they really talked about the box, but this is a really nice box. I was watching another YouTube guy, I don't know his name, but he was doing some sunglasses, and he was basically saying the biggest issue for him was getting the box. And he said these boxes are really, really expensive. So I guess if you're doing like hundreds of millions of these, or hundreds of thousands, no, hundreds of millions, but hundreds of thousands of these, you're selling them, you're doing a lot. But this is a box where I don't mind keeping it and putting the gloves back in here. Now, after I start using them, they're going to be kind of wet, and I don't know, I might want to keep something separated, so I might get something a little bit different to keep these gloves separated. Take the batteries out, and you don't want, corrosion and stuff when they get wet, because we're all working with water. Our hand, when it's get windy, but they're going to be covered up with like these gloves here. I like these. They got the dip. They're dipped with the palms dipped, and then the back it's not, I guess it's dipped, but this is a waterproof. I get these at a local farm and home store, Charlie's, right down the street. No, these are nice, but they get my fingertips get cold. I'm 6'3", about 240. So my fingertips and my toes get cold. I do have some socks in here. I'm not gonna get to those. But no, and these are kind of thick. So you don't realize that they're not that thick, but they're thick enough where when you grab onto the wand or the actual trigger part, we kind of hold it like this. It's enough padding, you get used to it, but it's enough padding in there where it almost feels like it's a little bit harder to grasp. It is, I kind of cleaned the truck out, but so anyway, we have thinner. See, here's another one, just a different color. So we have a thinner one. It's getting hot in here. We have a thinner one, and that's what I'm gonna wear over it. But nope. So we'll get going here. I'll flip it around. You can see our shop. Nice little shop. We have that little unit. It's about 2,200 square feet. We got a pretty cool company. They do remodeling. We do a lot of work for them, and then paint company remodeling. And this company here, they got 2 bays. They're our garage, overhead garage door company, but they're not. I talked to the owner yesterday. They are not they're a dealer. So they're going to come in and they're going to actually have this whole area. He wants to put his own doors in so you can kind of see, have a showroom up front. But what he was telling me was kind of cool. He's going to have a showroom up front, then like some office space, that if you're working from home, you don't have a shop, and you do all the installs for the garage doors, the lifts, the little, what are that, the motors and stuff. I'm not a garage door guy. You can go in there, you can meet your customer there, you can show them in the showroom. Then you can actually have your consultations if you're doing like some big jobs. They want to come over and kind of see your outfit. You can like partner up with them. I guess I'm not sure how he's running it, but he was just saying all this kind of cool stuff. You can come there, even just doing your work, making phone calls, having an office space, where it's not something that you're doing a monthly rent, but you're like, hey, Wednesday at this date, I know I need to be in there. So he's doing stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. He's remodeling the whole thing. Um, and then we got he's like there. Then you got the our remodeling buddies, Jay Breed's there. Then you got Bounce Blends. That's a smoothie place where the lights are. Then I'm at the very end. Obviously, our car's there. Look at our sign. Looks great. I just put my yard signs up there. I know, so we're good. And it's early. This place right here, dude. This place, tons of lights. When this will be light up? They don't light it up until after Thanksgiving, but there's crews and crews and crews, box trucks. Dude, you'll see 10, 15 guys here for like a full day. Then you'll just see guys coming throughout the week, just doing the final stuff. Uh, we do Christmas lights. We don't do anything like they do. We do. I tried. We do. We got about 40 plus installs. Last year, I think we only took on like two, two or three. Trying to get into two or three installs. We don't really market that much because we're actually, we're in Woodsville, Missouri, about 30 miles west or east, depending on where you're looking from St. Louis. We're actually pretty busy. We do a lot of soft washing. I'm going out today to do my dealership car washing. So we don't. I just don't want to get my guys so thin where when you get into the Christmas light industry, it's crazy. You got to get out there. A lot of people, like, if you're not there and you don't get them up at a certain date, they can not be so nice. And the funny thing is, our lighting customers aren't necessarily our washing company customers, and our washing company customers uh, aren't our lighting customers. Like, we've done so many, like, we've been doing the lighting and this for about 7 years, and it just became like the last 2 years we started washing our customers' house. Like, they would let their house get mold on the side and be like, oh no, I like the lights, and we're like, you need to get it cleaned, and we get in there and clean it. And a lot of our customers we wash, they're like, oh, I just want my house looking good. I don't really want the white lights or whatever. And they might get like a handyman guy to come in, and they're at a fraction of what we're at. We have overhead and all that stuff, so we bid everything by the linear foot on the lights. Then we go in person for our house washing and stuff like that every time. It's mandatory. It's just something you have to do, at least for our model. I know a lot of guys out there just do everything off of Google, which is, hey, if it works for you, that's great. But we're 2 to 3 times higher than a local power washer out here, for sure. Yeah, there's companies that are actually bigger than, we're not that big, but bigger than us, that run 2, 3, 4 trucks, and they'll do house washes all day for 200, and I'm out here like, all right, that's fine. 200. We'll do sides of houses for 200, but it's like, by the time and I don't really want to do a bunch of sides of houses. But when we get out there and we do a side of house, okay, you got to drive out about 20 minutes. We try to do it when we're in the area. Then you get your crew out, they wash it, and yeah, it's like in and out. You're there less than a half an hour. Talk to the homeowner, maybe do your 5 around, some door hangers, a sign or something. But then you got an hour and a half between jobs of washing when we're doing like, $2,000, $1,500 tickets. We had a couple, we had a $7,400 house wash ticket this year. So we do a lot of big stuff and small stuff, but when you get a lot of those little jobs, it just starts eating away. So we prefer to do the bigger ones, but we'll wash anyone's house. It's just going in washing a full house for like $200, $300 is kind of it's really hard for us. We might, like, if we have a customer and they're like, we do the lights, so we've been washing them, and they move to a house, and it's really not our minimum of 500, and they're like, we've worked for them for years, and we're like, all right, we'll come in, or when we wash their house, they have a back deck, we'll put it on the schedule when we're slower or we're in the area, then we'll do that back deck. But as new customers come on board, you have to have a minimum, and because if you don't reach that minimum as you grow as a company, overhead gets a little higher. You got your technicians, you're not an owner operator, all that stuff. It gets to the point where you're like, yeah, I'm making pretty good money. I made about $1,000 a day. And you look at it and you're like, well, shit, I had a $200 to $300, just in labor for my techs and my sales force. Or like you can have like 500 when you have multiple sales guys, multiple techs in a day. Even 600. I know companies, that could be running $1,000 just in labor. You got an office staff. As you get bigger, right now it's me, my wife, and our two techs. Well, she's going out, doing estimates and doing that. I'll go out and do estimates. I'm working. I got enough for a part-time crew running car washing. 30. We have enough for doing, basically averaging out the month about 20 hours a week in car washing, because some lots are every other week. This lot I'm going to right now is twice a week. So next year we'll probably bring on a crew. We're bringing on a crew and a second crew for our soft wash truck, and then we'll bring a part-time crew on for our car washing, and that'll be a good fill-in crew. So if someone calls in sick on the soft wash, you can bring them to the soft wash. I can jump on the truck and do some cars, do all that. So no, we're really looking good. Um, I just figured, you know, Saturday, Friday, truck talk. So it's just a little bit of everything here. But yeah, if you could, like and subscribe. We're trying to get our base up. This channel is kind of more towards, just really that Google algorithm. I want more subs. We want more people on here. A lot of local. I'd like to have a lot of local people. This is just something trying to help us get more work locally. I'm not really trying to build this, face, you YouTube page like nationwide, I guess. Or I don't need millions. I'm not trying to get monetized. Just wanting to get out there, let people kind of show the work we're going to be doing. Trying to do more on this page, and put more like nicer videos together, so people can see our work, and mainly share them. Say, hey, go to our Facebook page locally when we're doing like a big school or some of these big projects we're doing, these nicer houses. They can kind of see, or just a normal size house. Someone's like, hey, what do you do? Hey, do you have a house like mine? Yeah, go on there. It's right here. You can see how we're washing it, and they can see, oh yeah, okay, you can do big houses and small houses, of course. So we're wanting local, but yeah, anyone local to the St. Charles, St. Louis area in Missouri, share us out. If you're, even if you're not local, a local washer or something like that, we can help you out here. Like these gloves, like even local guys here, you find them and they work good for you. I don't know if I'm gonna get them for the guys on soft washing side, just because your hands can get a lot wet and we don't really work when it's real cold. I think this is really gonna be bad for the video. This little thing here. So if it is, let me know. But yeah, subscribe, like, all that stuff. And yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm gonna see. I don't. Let's see. Is this off? No. Oh, I could put a filter on. Look at that. A filter. Ooh. Nice. I think it's just hitting that. All right. Yes, I am ready to stop. See, look. This is my first time doing a live in like what, 4 or 5 years, or since they left, maybe even more.